All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the second of this back-to-back gold sword bracket semifinal match. For those of you who were unable to see Game 1, you missed one hell of a race. I must say, it was a very entertaining, very fast seed. So now we come down to Game 2 between CaffyJD and Speeka in Game 2. So it's win or go home for Caffey, and we will see how Caffey responds here in this Game 2. As we're going to be playing Kaz Boots, so you get the traditional 5-minute opening we all love so much. And I'm Pro8007, very happy to be joining you here this afternoon. And on the mic with me today is Bane2810. Welcome.
Hi there. Happy to be here.
Yeah, so Game 1, a very quick seed. It took, I think, not even 75 minutes for both runners. It was only about a 2-minute difference. And it's always nice when your three pendants are Ice, Mire, and Turtle Rock. So you're not necessarily needing all the good stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It cuts out a lot of time, right? I mean, there's Swamp left in the dark in the dark world, but Swamp can be a 3-minute go mode dungeon. So yeah, that's definitely a fast layout there, and they got it. So I think 1:11 was Speeka's winning time, and as you already said, within 2 minutes, it's already they were done, both of them.
So both runners getting the money early on here. Nothing too crazy so far.
Nothing too crazy so far, that's right.
So, alright, so we got all our keys lined up early, so should be something coming up. Get Speeka back in a minute.
Well, he's not going to try too much of an exciting route here, so
no, that's true.
How close they come out in the escape.
Yeah, if they're in the low 5s, they're doing really well for themselves, and looks like Caffey's got a pretty good handle on the routine.
Yeah, absolutely. I see a couple of runners doing the ping here on the right side in the blue guard room, and some do it on the other side. I've always been wondering, is it a speed question or is it just a matter of style?
I think it's probably more a matter of style and just comfort more than anything. Especially when you're dealing with like a traditional opener, you don't want to go too crazy here. And okay, so Caffey got a little
one hit here.
Yeah, but so Speeka just a little ahead of Caffey, like just a couple of seconds. So both runners are similar in their execution so far.
Yeah, looks like a very solid escape so far on both sides. And things, of course, can always change later on. So yeah, it's I've been looking a lot at my escape times at the beginning, but in the end, I've been realizing, yeah, entering the wrong dungeon will change much more than like 10 seconds at the end. But of course, it's always interesting to accept that challenge of how close can I get to 5 minutes.
No, for sure, and the good news is, this is a fairly standard set of minus boots. So, if you've played enough vanilla A Link to the Past, a lot of this is fairly old hat to you in the first place.
Yeah. I'm fairly new, so yeah, I've been a long-term lurker actually, watching a lot of A Link to the Past rando until I decided to see how I can get gooder.
Bonk there by Speeka. Now Caffey is just frames ahead at this point as we head into Dark Cross Room. But yeah, it's like, to your point, it is one of those things where eventually, like, you see all this, and like you think, well, I can do this easily, and You know, especially if you have a good familiarity with the base game, you know, that's a great entry point.
Yeah, it's always that. How can I get better? What's there where I can improve?
Mm-hmm.
And every frame counts in the end.
Oh, for sure. So now we come to the end of Escape here at about 4:35 for both runners. They're trading the lead back and forth here, and now we've got money. Ooh, a bow. And the lamp. Well, uh, Eastern looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good, that's true, yes. So we have seen the map, have we?
We have not seen the map yet from either player, although given the bow and the lamp, I think that's going to be the first thing that they do as soon as they get outside. Oh,
And both.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, they both.
there's
Yeah,
the
that's
check
right.
on Caffy side.
Right. Okay, so red crystal and at Eastern, a crystal at Hera. Didn't see what desert was. Okay, DP
Yeah.
was the green pendant. Okay. Yep. Thank. The power glove for Caffey, and Speeka is making a beeline straight to Eastern. He's read. He's seen the tea leaves. He's like, I want that crystal now.
Ah, interesting. So we have a slight divergence right at the beginning. Very different style.
It'll be interesting to see of the 3 items. Well, 6 actually when we're counting Saha here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the flute.
This is progressing fast.
You know, I didn't see Lumberjack. It was too. Oh, it was too quick.
Yeah, I didn't either, but let's see. We'll get a second chance.
Yeah.
Nothing on the mushroom spot.
The vanilla piece. Our faithful restreamer secretly silver saying blue bottle in Lumberjack. So, all right.
Blue bottle and lumberjack. So we're probably not going to see that.
That's
Probably
the odds of
for
that
sure.
being required are extremely remote. It would take a lot for that to actually be the case.
I can't actually remember that I've ever seen a seed where somebody would have to pick the bottle from Lumberjack to go visit Sikit.
A lot of love in Blind's hut. Gets the reef. Gets I don't know the blue sword for Speeka. So both runners getting some good stuff here early on.
Yeah, so that puts Aga into reach, right?
It does. You know, that seems like a bit of a distant play because there's so much more that they can do before Aga would even really come into the equation.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. I mean, there's the rest of the Karika waiting, and then we have South Route, and we have the bow for Eastern, so probably they'll be waiting for quite a bit before looking at Aga for that bottle or whatever reason.
Yeah. So love and money. So Caffey's all set with Zora and just about everything else. Secretly, Silver's like, Aga 1 to 4 Kakariko, spicy plays only. Well, we're definitely getting some variance here in the opening 10 minutes with Speeka following what the seed seems to be hinting at. And we'll have a slight advantage with early movement. Oh, there's the flippers, so that Eastern visit might be delayed a little bit. Change of clothes for Caffey, gets the blue mail.
Yeah, it's always a nice route adding Zora area after a water walk. But of course, Eastern is very tempting at that point. It's a red crystal. You get those 3 checks. So
Yeah. No, we got a blind check here from Caffy. He's gonna just go for the race game.
yeah, let's see if he gets the 7.
It just bombs,
Oh.
so Speeka just about done here in Eastern. Just 2 rooms to go. Early on the first arrow, but takes care of business. All right, and gets a health refill. So all set now for the Armis Knights.
Looking good for the quick kill so far. Pretty much.
All right, so
And we're seeing
Speeka on the board at 10:27. One of the faster times I've seen in a while for the first crystal. Usually it's 25 to 35 minutes, but Speeka, he just like, I am going.
That's another fast move here, yeah.
Yep. And with the flute, you know, he won't have to save and quit. He can just keep going. Ooh, I thought he was a little short on that bomb throw.
And you were actually right. We're seeing South Route before Eastern, and maybe even Water Walk and Sora.
And it makes sense because, you know, he's, especially with that money. The money makes this a slam dunk. A couple of shields in Mini Moldorm Cave, but not a whole lot else.
Yeah, that's right. Would you add Hobo in that case?
Might as well. I mean, it's all part of the route at this point. So, you know, if you can avoid having to do, you know, double dips, then you absolutely should.
Yeah, that's true. Also, you can make good use of that that water walk getting up to Hobo at that point.
Yeah.
Once you're at Ice Rod Cave, the water walk isn't worth that much anymore. Once you have the flippers, if you want to go to Sora.
Yeah. So, Caffy's all set up for water walk. Speck like, nah, I don't want that piece of heart. He should end up with 7 hearts by the time he's done with CAC between the heart pieces and the 2 heart containers that were in Blind's hut. He should be well on his way. Just, oh, he's not going to do Hobo. He is going to...
Going right for item density there.
Well, there are other ways you can do this, so it's not that bad. Alright, so behind the waterfall, heart piece and money.
More love.
Yeah. Got their spec up to 7 hearts. Nothing on Zora Ledge, so is the big fish for real, or is he a scammer?
Is he ever a scammer?
Quite often in my experience.
Yeah, that was more of a rhetoric question. There's our bottom.
Alright, well, that takes care of that, I guess. So, yeah, it looks like Caffy's next move is indeed going to be Eastern Palace. Wait, what? Okay, well, Death Mountain is also going to be a thing, since that's now in... Well, it was in logic from 2 different directions, but there are just a few things to check there.
Yeah, it's frequently worth delaying the mountain. I feel that was something I had to learn the hard way. I like to just rush the mountain, but it really doesn't make sense in a lot of situations because you'll climb it a second or a third time. So waiting a bit is a good move, I think.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like, checks that are still in logic, outside of that, we still got Agina and, well, there's Aga, so, we don't have a Moon Pearl, so that, kind of renders it. We got Sick Kid as well.
Yeah, now we have Sick Kid as well, true. Yeah, absolutely.
Caffy kind of a slight advantage with that. As soon as he's done here, he'll probably, save and quit back and just go straight for it. And activate the flute at the same time. So, not a huge difference, but the little things.
Speeka just finishing up Gagariko. Doing a quick check on the race game.
So yeah, that's the one. There's a nice difference right there. Speeka, because he had the flute, just was able to do that immediately. No save and quit. He's like, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah. That's like 30 seconds, I think, but I'm not sure about that. One save and quit.
That seems a bit high. I'd say more like 15 to 20. But yeah, it's not an insignificant amount of time. And early flute, yeah, you're really going to be leveraging that as much as you can. Speeka is going for the heart container. Caffy said no, but Speeka feels 8 hearts. 8 is better than 7, so.
Yeah, they're both on blue mail now, but for the Dark World, it feels good to have a couple more hearts. And that was one of the hearts, a little easier to reach, not too much out of the way. A couple of seconds, but still not too far.
Nah. Alright, so. Runners, Speeka's just gonna. Yeah, okay. Save a couple of seconds there doing that.
Yeah, for a second I was wondering if he might skip Ice Road Cave. But yeah, no skipping.
That had crossed my mind as well, and I didn't see the flashing. I thought for a second he was going to go to Death Mountain and just, do a complete, 180 on all of us. Like, whoa.
And it seems he'll be going for Hobo, so we'll see what Hobo has for us today.
Yeah, like... Okay. So yeah, he is going to make a beeline for Hobo, so that's a check Caffy did not do.
So, will he make a difference, Hobo?
Yeah, I'd say that's a bit of a difference.
A bit of a difference, yeah. I'd second that.
That actually makes Aga 1 kind of interesting as a possibility, strictly on the idea, like, if nothing else lands, that is by default the choice. And they do have some things that they can do in Dark World right away. So Caffy had no trouble with the Armless Knights and grabs his crystal at 1835. So both on the board. Alright. So Caffy gonna activate Flute and turn in that bottle.
not too much options left, so maybe he's going back to Hobo next. Well, there's the mountain with those two checks, but on.
Yeah, Hopo seems like he's starting from Link's house, so maybe that's his next move, or just Oh yeah, he's like he forgot. Like, oh right, sick kid.
It's like frame perfect.
Yeah. Well, he's donating his heart. That's very nice.
Yeah, that's very polite of him.
All right, so they were in sync. There's Red Sword on Desert Ledge. Nagina, so Caffy is gonna do Hobo now, and he's gonna be happy to have it, but he's like, oh, I should have done that earlier.
Yeah, it feels a bit bad.
Yeah,
I mean, being a bit slower in the early game, it can be fixed. But still, deciding not to go to Hobo and then just changing one's mind can feel weird. Here's our second overall.
All right, so Caffey's going to do Agina now, and so Becca with the lead right now, but it's still very close. Both runners have done just about everything the other player has done. This what we're seeing with Speca is the only out is what Caffey will be doing next. And then unless a hammer pops up, we are going to Aga 1.
Aga or the Titans, maybe, but
yeah,
if I had to guess,
Hammer, Titans Mitt, or even Mirror, honestly, would break the deadlock. Yep, Love.
Lots of front-loaded love in this seat.
Yeah, and Caffey is not in the mood to gamble. Caffey's going straight for Aga 1. All right, so Aga 1 required.
So how many checks did Caffey have left when he decided for Aga? Is like
I think just
the mountain, I think.
Yeah, mountain. So that's 2 checks essentially.
Yeah. 2 checks and 1 that doesn't really count since it's just
right.
Can look at it, but he can't really reach it.
Yeah.
So finding a hammer on the ledge wouldn't really help.
No, it'd just be taunting at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
So, all right. So Caffey with a slight lead right now, just in terms of getting to Aga 1. Again, overall even in just about every other way. So we got a good race going on here in Game 2, and given the results of Game 1, where both our runners went through as if on a rocket sled with 111 and 112 times, I think we could well be in for another one of those, but we'll see how this plays out.
Yes, and although there was a bit of divergence in their routes in this time, in the second seat, yeah, they both converged very much on Aga 1 now.
Yeah. And ultimately, it's interesting to see how little it ultimately was. Cappy had a little trouble with the red guards on the 5th floor. Nice use of the arrows there.
Yeah, Speeka coming through nicely through the red guard room.
Yeah, his movement and his combat have been a little sharper overall. So he's been able to make up some of that distance.
But
All right,
Caffy
Jeff,
being able. Oh.
Good.
Yeah, I was just saying, Caffy had the benefit of hitting that red guard with the swords held up, which is so satisfying in my opinion if you get him.
Yeah. So, Jen, how many blue balls from Aga won today? Let's say 5.
I go with 3.
3, all right.
What's the min and max actually? Haven't really thought that through.
So we got our first. Can be as many as 15. Assuming you don't miss.
A min is of 0 is even possible. I was thinking there's a specified number of blue balls that must happen.
I think it's a coin flip. Yeah, it's 50-50. The only thing that is 100% guaranteed is the first. After the lightning bolt will be a normal beam, and then after 3 rounds of 50-50s, then it's a lightning. So you can guarantee that much. And well, Aga being very nice here. 3 in a row, and wow, only 2. So Scanlor, you are the winner today. Congratulations.
GG, Scanlor.
Give us a self-addressed stamped envelope. We will get back to you shortly on how to deliver your prize. East, so red crystal at Thieves, red and blue pendants at Turtle Rock and Ice Palace. So Caffy going straight for pod, which does make sense because that is just strictly on the item density. Speeka is going a different way. He's going toward catfish.
Which seems a bit of a gamble, but catfish can be useful.
This could backfire absolutely.
Well, Speeka did win this first game, so he might feel like, let's try something.
Well, unfortunately, that did not go the way he had hoped. So, yeah. So back to Dark World with Speeka. Caffy underway in Palace of Darkness. Is low on arrows, so we will have to kind of work around that a little bit. So the mimic rooms do come with arrows, so there is that.
Yeah, they do come with arrows, and although it's not fast, the green mimics can be defeated using the sword. But still, it's not going to be fast, so arrows most definitely the fastest option.
So Speeka gonna pay off the greedy monkey.
Entering roughly, I didn't really look at a watch, but probably like 1 minute, 1:30 after.
That's about right, yeah. There's the Titan's myth, so
Nice.
Western Dark World is now in play. Done. Interesting.
Right, that's a power move.
That's an interesting call. Could have done everything up until like the back half of the dungeon, the last like 20% of the dungeon, if you wished.
Which seems like a reasonable move because You'll have to return to the dungeon anyway, and it's plenty of items maybe back there.
That was my thought as well. Just $20 in King's Tomb.
Yeah, that's our boots.
So Caffy still has not gone to Death Mountain yet. Holding off on that for the moment. Luckily, nothing of significance other than having ready access to that to a spawn point at this really. So well, it's going to take a little longer to die because of blue mail. All right, but Speeka is going to continue on. Vanilla piece of heart in the chest game. So Speeka is going to continue in pod here. Caffy, no get out of here as soon as Titans appear to see what happened. What are the results of that decision?
Yeah, that might turn into the first relevant diversion here. Divergence.
It certainly might. Caffy gets magic powder. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice place to get the powder because you can factor it into the smith chain if you want to continue into it. But probably he doesn't want, because without the hammer, it doesn't feel complete.
Yeah, hammer
Mirror is missing.
Will remain an obstacle. Speeka didn't get much out of the basement. There's the big key. So Caffy can do Thieves Down, cannot get the big chest. There's the mirror shield, so chat brings up a good question. Caffy rushing Red Crystal's dungeons? That's a legitimate question, yes. That Hammer and Pyramid Fairy. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we can get there. That's true. Red Bomb is available.
Alright.
Yes, the money.
Alright, last check for yeah. Alright, so looking like a validated decision on Caffy's part to skip pretty much everything.
Big Key was on Harmless Hallway. Right? I think so. Anyway, it was in the back. So it's actually not really like an advantage right now for Caffy because he will have to return and go find the big key.
Right, yeah, it's not... It ultimately is not a significant thing, but, what? Okay, I was thinking about the Red Crystal thing, and yeah, if the mirror pops up, then yeah, we could see the bomb, but I don't think they can get across otherwise.
Yeah, true. That's absolutely true. I mean, Red Bomb is actually a nice move if you have the Aga portal, but of course without the mirror, it doesn't really add up. For now, but I mean, it could show up any time.
Yep. And Speeka is doing the classic front of Skull Woods. There are 2 items in this dungeon. It is a crystal, so if you get lucky and you end up with a fire rod somewhere, well, or a hammer.
And a hammer.
So, Skull Woods strikes again. And there's the 2 items. He's done.
Very
he doesn't
good.
have to come back until he doesn't have to come back until he gets that fire rod.
Yeah, it seems a valid move to do the front because you can get fast through. Once you come back with the fire rod, it's a couple of dashes. Just go past all those entrances, hit the moth as fast as possible. So I see that a lot.
Alright, so Caffy gonna take on Blind now.
Let's see how that script works out.
So far so good. Phase 1, right on exactly as done. 1,
Yeah,
2, 3. Okay, phase 3.
Very good.
On goes Blind. So 35-01 for Caffy, so up 2-1. But Speeka with the advantage right now if Caffy does not go to Skull right after this. Caffy is not going to do that. He's going to do the digging game and then probably Smith Chain would be my guess.
Yeah, anything that brings him closer to Hype Cave.
Breathe.
I think it's... Go ahead, yeah.
20 digs for 1 rupee. Yeesh. Didn't even turn a profit on the other 19.
Yeah, that was kind of an inefficient thing there.
Yeah, Caffy, I think, realized, oh, right. Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that move.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, he the Dark World access isn't perfect. So doing a thorough sweep is probably a good idea.
Alright. Ooh, Ether Medallion from Stumpy.
It might be enough.
See what Hype Cave has to offer today. Bucks.
More bucks.
20. It's like a 0 out of 10 Hype Cave. Yeesh.
Yeah, that's not what Caffy was hoping for, I guess. There.
Wow. Yeah. That
But might
was...
him bring back. Might bring him back to Skull.
Yeah, one would hope. I mean, that was about as crappy a Hype Cave as you could have asked for. I mean, really, that would have been made it worse if there was less money involved. Hammer was in Skull Woods. $10 for a piece of heart from the smithy.
Yeah, that Smith didn't pay well for the round trip.
No. We're getting a new check here in Misery Mire. Does have an ether, so we'll get confirmation that entrance can be done. Nope.
It's Bombus.
Yeah. So we got intelligence there. More. Well, there's our second medallion. Unfortunately, not the one that will open the door here.
Yeah, it's not Bombus under the doormat, so to speak. It's the other way around.
Very good fight by Speeka. Gets the bombs and closes out 39-08. So 2-2 on the crystals. The hammer remains the primary advantage right now for Speeka. He's got it. Caffy has not gone to Skullwoods yet. Caffy going to do catfish, and unfortunately we know that is going to be a whole lot of nothing. That'll just be 50 bucks.
But we see the hammer packs by Speeka.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Making good use of that hammer.
Indeed, yeah. So another will be a couple. Oh, there's Bombos. So that takes care of the medallion set.
So we have Bombos, which is required for Meyer locked behind the hammer, and neither of those runners has both of it right now.
Yeah, I mean, so Speeka can do this, but as far as those hoping for something on pedestal, I think the only thing that could actually in terms of progression at this point is well, hook shot.
Hook shot. Maybe a fire rod. Can we have a fire rod there? Oh, we cannot because we have Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock, yeah. It could be something, or it could be something really trolly, like a book that where the hook shot's behind one of the peds. But that would take an awful lot. Right, and Scanlor brings up a good point. If hookshot is not required by ice.
And Caffy now picking up on the back of Pod.
Yeah, unfortunately Unfortunately, this is the wrong Dark World dungeon. We'll get another check here on Magic Bat.
Yeah, that's one of the more challenging things, at least from my perspective, about skipping Skull Woods. It feels like you can get back anytime and do it because the portal is close.
Right.
But usually you get distracted later. Like there is Pod, and Pod always feels like if I have to dip a dungeon, then it should be Pod maybe because it has a lot of items. And then you kind of get pulled away from Skull once you didn't do the dip.
Very double-edged position, and Caffy, the gap is starting to widen a bit here, unfortunately. The longer he goes without hammer, the worse this is going to be.
Yeah, not having a hammer, finding it late, it really messes with the roots, unfortunately, because it locks away stuff. Right now, Caffy has to go all the way around. Oh no, he has the Titan Stone, so that was wrong. Yeah.
Becca does have mitts. Yeah.
Yeah, so now he's on his way.
Alright, so Caffy, and there's the mirror. Wow. Purple chest pays off.
That is a precious purple chest, yes.
And that opens up a few more checks now for Speca. He's going to take full advantage of the situation, making a beeline straight for Meyer, and he can do Checkerboard Cave as well.
My area opens up, yes. Checkerboard cave, the mountain starts to look interesting.
Yep. Can do it all, just not in the fastest way possible with no hook shot. Okay, and let's see if Speca remembers that there is a red sword on Desert Ledge. Looks like he does.
Yeah, he's going for it. Very nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Caffy, you can't do it that way. You need your mirror first. Becca can do it that way.
Has Caffy seen Hobo?
Yes. Yeah, because wouldn't be able to do this in the Dark World otherwise. Alright, so Big Bomb takes out the wall, and our checks, we get bombs and money. One bug to another. Alright. So, Pyramid Fairy not worth it. Caffy going back to pod? Oh. Rough.
I'm not sure if there's an item left in
I
pod.
think he forgot about the big key and didn't open big chest. He's probably gambling that it's something to do with that.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, and well, he can do pod now on top of that, so a good idea, actually.
So the first game was over in like another 30 minutes. But this one turns out to be a slower one with crystals for both of them right now.
Not sure how much faster this is than just continuing on from a pyramid, but alright. So because of the way Speca routed this, I think Speca can just go straight for Helma, whereas Caffy still has to do a little bit of work.
Yeah, that's where he has to catch up a bit. But it does make sense to go back now, probably because it's more risky to skip that item. You gotta do that route anyway. That dungeon, Alma has to be beaten. Also, Eastern is done already, so it's not about doing an efficient pod Eastern. So why not do it right away? That does make sense.
There's no concern about a double here. And after this, Hera could well be the next choice on the list for crystals, because that can be finished. Caffey taking, I think that was an intentional death. Again, doesn't have mirror. Yeah, he's the mirror ahead at the moment. Mirror was in purple chest. So yeah, so very much in control here to go for the 2-0 sweep.
Yeah, going for Helma now.
Caffey's left out some stuff.
Nice mimic room here there, though.
Alright, so Speeka, no trouble whatsoever against Helma.
Yeah, that fight went smoothly.
So 3-2 on the crystals. Caffey not far behind. Caffey won't have any trouble either with Helma. Will be a little slower because red versus blue sword. All right.
Going for the arrows.
That is fat. It is, if he stays there, it's a pretty quick kill, but down he goes.
Looking good.
Yep. So 5203. So even on the crystals, but items, anything but.
The mirror. Anything but the mirror.
Between the pod, took him longer to get pod, took him longer to get hammer, and he's still missing that that mirror, and that has become the big difference point.
Yeah.
Okay,
because
so
Speeka now has a route. Can do the mountain.
Yep.
Can get into desert using Mira and the Ocarina. Might decide to go for ice if he's fine with doing ice without the Samaria. So he has options, and might feel a bit like last locating now for Caffey right now. But he is on his way. Just starting Smith Chain. So if everything goes well.
It seems so. So there's the big key.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying to pull that big key out of the basement, but at least it's something the other player might have to do as well.
Yeah,
like, depending on the hookshot, obviously, but if it's a late one, then both have to do it.
Yeah. As far as go mode, yeah, we're 3 items short, really. I guess you can do some trickery with Fire Rod and in Skull Woods, but I'm not expecting our runners to know how to do that. Yeah, Hookshot, Samari, and Fire Rod are what we need to flip the switch here.
And we do not want to see a book or ice rod right now. Book will open up even more checks, and that's going to turn into a fetch quest.
Yeah.
And ice rod opens that infamous try next check.
5501 for Speeka on Troll Dorm. Caffy about to get the mirror, and oh boy. Specker gonna do, I think, well, except for Hookshot Cave, can do just about everything else. Trying to grab that fairy, and ooh, nice, gets it on the wraparound.
Nice move.
Yeah, so Caffy finally doing Death Mountain. Timing works out pretty well here after grabbing the mirror. Do we know it was on Bumper Cave? We do not. I don't believe anybody has gone in that direction.
I do not think so, no.
No. Caffy getting a beating by a couple of the boulders there before finally getting out of Spiral Cave. Alright, so Specka's got the setup to do a nice 1-2 punch here on the dark caves, and there's the red mail. So another fetch quest in our future with the mushroom. There's the Cane of Samaria, so that's one of the 3 remaining items to blow this open, and now Meyer is in play.
And Caffy on his way with the big key.
A TR did possibly do a little bit, and maybe even more depending on the draw. There's a bottle and some love.
Speeka probably thinking about it. ER did play a role in the first game.
Yeah, it's Ledge has looks like Speeka can do one of the 4 checks logically. Oh, Fire Rod, and wow.
Right when
we are a hook shot from go mode. And in terms of next move, I just do Skull Woods because he's already gotten both items from said dungeon, so that's an easy, get in and get out kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to do it anyway, so I
Oh no!
right away. All right. Oh.
Okay, well,
Oh,
okay, he's got a fairy, so good he got that fairy. Oh. Just $50.
that's worth of a fairy. $50.
So turn in the mushroom. Good idea. It's a quick one-off.
Do the refill on the
Caffy,
bottle. Caffy doing his hammer fight on Moldor.
still hasn't been to Desert Ledge. Just $5, but help himself to some potions. One hour, 8 minutes for Caffy. Becca is gonna do Meyer first, which is fine. I mean, again, you know, you're go moding Skullwoods either way at this point. 'Cause again, all the items were accounted for. Oh no!
Bonk Rock's doing Bonk Rock stuff.
It's unfortunate positioning. Caffey about to get Samarian, I assume gonna get Fire Rod as well. For Becca to get back. Alright, we are back with Specca's still working through Meyer. Big key. Huh.
Speeka going for the speed route.
I guess,
he got-
unless he missed for about a minute of play time, so maybe he found hook shot. Getting a confirmation that no, this is Specca being very, very fast. That's all.
Yeah, so he maybe he picked up like one item and now gambling on the second item on the boss, just to save a couple of minutes.
All right, so well positioned. Magic Cape and Red Sword should make this a pretty quick fight. Give him his 5th crystal.
Already setting up the cape for the dash strategy.
didn't quite get the idealized result, but is able to finish off the last 3 eyeballs, and 8 arrows takes care of business. Alright, so got confirmation that was the second item of the dungeons, so Meyer's done, so Speca's got 5 crystals, Skull completable, Swamp need that hook shot. Yeah, Speca wisely gonna take care of this, and Caffy about to get Fire Rod.
Now Caffy almost picked up the skull, I guess.
Yeah, it looked like it's having a little trouble getting into position, but it does take care of it.
Yeah, that can be a little finicky.
Yeah.
But a very nice timing on the mirror, avoiding the shot by the lion.
Those Lionels can really hit.
Yeah, even on blue mail.
Oh yeah.
Red mail they are.
Red mail, yeah, they're still
So skull is empty. We're not gonna see that that check under the bridge.
yeah.
And Speeka just damage boosting their way through that room.
Indeed. So so after this, there are some overworld checks we have not done. Mostly Northern Dark World has remained has not been touched. K45 hasn't been touched. What else? And then of course the dungeons we have, Ice Palace, Swamp Palace.
Swamp, yeah. Swamp.
So, I mean, I think the logical choice would be to do Swamp Palace. You can do everything up until you have to actually start using the hook shots. So, and there are 6 items, so it's a good density play. But there's also Desert, for example.
It has only 2 items, but
oh, he's got
I mean,
literacy, and so that was the other item. Okay. So, alright, so that actually adds a few more checks on the table. The 2 pedestals. Upper Cave, Graveyard, Ledge Cave 45, and then, yeah, Hook. Yeah, Mirror, and then, yeah, Bombos and Ether tablets. Bombos, at least, is in the neighborhood. Could do that pretty quickly.
combine it with Swamp, yeah.
Okay, just 10 bombs, bumper ledge. We got got a little bit of a differing opinions here on some of the choices. Some think go for Swamp, some go for the Peds. You know, some interesting way to look at this situation. Just vanilla piece of heart at Graveyard.
Yeah, a lot of a lot of variables to factor in to decide whether pet is relevant or not. What items are missing, but also where are the pendants?
Right.
Can we already access them,
Mm-hmm.
or are they far away?
Yeah. Yeah. Given where Speeka is going, I think K45 and Bombos will be done before Swamp, just to clear the decks.
Yeah, making it easier to decide how deep you want to dip Swamp, maybe.
Right. Well, I
I mean, he
think
has to go.
I
Sorry,
think
go
in
ahead.
Swamp's, I think in Swamp's case, you do everything you can because you're double dipping probably either way, but don't leave anything to chance at this stage.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the actual time loss is also getting into Swamp, so once you're there, it's probably not really a
Yeah,
good idea to skip stuff.
yeah, it's moot at that stage. All right, so yeah, this will be a desert is also a possibility. It is a green pendant, $20.
It can be a longish boss fight, those land molars, though. I mean,
Right.
Silvers will speed it up greatly. The Fire Rod will speed it up.
Yeah, I mean, as far as weapons go, our runners would be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Tempered Sword as well.
Oh, he bonked. He's not going to be able to make it. He's going to have to reset. It's those little things that have just been adding up for Caffey. Has really put him, unfortunately, in the box here. Um, yeah, this is
Yeah, they do it up, leaving the super tile, waiting for the screen transition to finish. That's not too much if it's just one thing, but yeah, they add up.
all right.
No fast way to do Vanilla Swamp.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be a bit of a slog for the runners, but there's really nothing else they can do. They just gotta ride through it. All right. Well, fetch quest.
Did Speeka do K45? I think he did, right? When he did Smith Chain.
Yes.
Right. Okay, because I was just wondering, maybe he can add in the shovel, but
Well,
he can't.
yeah. The shovel's kind of a one-off, but it's also pretty close. So there's crystal number 5 for Caffey at 113.34. Okay, $20. Last check. So Caffy gambling on desert. Here's the big key. Only 2 items. Well, 3 if you count green pendants, so... Okay, so not quite done yet here in this dungeon. Got one more check. Is it vanilla hook shot? We've seen that, I think, already in this tournament. Okay, so yeah, somebody was asking about the mentor tournament, and the idea is, you know, with a link to the past rando community. Oh, sorry, hook shot. That's go mode for Speeka 1:15:30. But to go back to the mentor tournament, the mentor tournament is to give newer players a chance to learn from more experienced players. You know, some of the tricks of the rando, how to do certain tricks, how to process your routing, and all of that. And it's a way to kind of give back to the community and welcome new players in who might be wanting to learn and all of that. So I think I'm not 100% on the provisos, but I believe you cannot have been in a major advanced in a major tournament beforehand to be a participant in this event. But so this has been a very positive event for the community, and I think this is the second or third year now.
Yeah, absolutely. As a mentee from 2025, I can absolutely recommend it to anybody who's interested in Link to the Past randomizer. It's a really, really welcoming community. It's so much fun to play those games with a mentor. That's actually the special part.
You got
of the mentor.
multiple mentors throughout. It wasn't just one player, because other players might be able to teach you certain things.
Yes, it's very recommendable to try different mentors. Try it because you'll get different perspectives, and yeah, that's just really useful to get a hold on the whole game and all this that information that the game throws at you if you're new to it.
There, it takes care of that. And crystal number 7, 117.29. So that means we are heading up the mountain, folks, and you know what that means. Time for everybody's favoriteest game. 22 chests, one of the 22 spots where the big key could be in Ganon's Tower. Which one will it be? Caffy, unfortunately, because he got the green pen, is going to ride this this bit of logic out, and it's totally understandable. Unfortunately, this is taking farther away. He's still got to do Skullwoods on top of this.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do that gamble, you really wanna get your reward as
yeah, you're honor bound, unfortunately, at that point to follow this to its logical conclusion. Oh, he's doing ice. He's doing everything but the thing he needs to do. Oh yeah. Boy. Oh man. So Speeka, had 3 choices essentially. He could have done ice. He could have done Turtle Rock. Could have done Swamp. He went with the crystal and has been duly rewarded. So as far as the chest will go, been rolling early. They've been coming up early. I'm going to say 9 this time.
I'm going to stick with my 11. That has won me half of 0 in the first game. Because Pernup also chose 11.
Yep. All right, gonna start on the right side right off the bat.
See, there's a small key, so 2 even.
Oh, he's gonna commit to the. He's gonna commit. He's gonna do the rest of the right side here. Interesting. Is skipping tile room, and he's going for this.
Doing well on the fire rod room.
Yep. Problems there. Chad also asking, what is the format? Kaz boots and open mode I know are a thing. Are there any other modes that are being played? There's the ice rod. Okay. So Restreamer saying open assured as well. So no cross keys or any of the inverted logic or anything like that. So items 3 to 6 coming up empty. So if you like big numbers, it could well be in play. There's nothing on the ledge. That's 7. And thank you for the correction on the mentor tournament. It's been going on 2020. Wow. I stopped doing competitive going to the past, I think, probably in 2019. There's Big Key. That's number 9. Hey, I got it. A genius is me.
GG's.
Wow. There's a total wild ass guess. All right. So on we go up the ladder, up the tower to face Agate 2, and then eventually Big Pig. Indeed. Gets sniped by the lasers, but does pull through.
Yeah, he had a nice backup there.
Yeah, he's also got magic powders. So if he needs a quick 7 heart refill, there'll be plenty of those to go around. The anti-fairies. Cold stare underway for Caffy. Ooh. Does have red sword, so this will be a much easier fight than it would be otherwise. And red mails, so you can afford to take a couple of hits. As Speeka's going through the gauntlet. And to answer Chat's question, Hookshot was in the big chest in Swamp. Vanilla. Unfortunately, there really is. He's gonna do ped check and get the bad news. He's gonna do swamp. He's gonna do skull and then probably get the bad news.
Speeka progressing well through the gauntlet,
Yeah,
saving a bit of magic here, not using the fire rod.
Yeah,
He's on half magic, so makes sense.
Yeah, but very economical with his movements. We'll use fire rod here. Ooh, shot. Nice bonk there. All right, so he's going to do the...
There's a refill.
Yeah. It does make sense he's going for some of these checks because, you know, silvers could pop up. I'm sure he can do red sword, silverless fight, no problem. But, well, he's getting... Ganon got a little easier with gold sword.
One more check, so there's a chance for a butter sword silver Ganon.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen everything else basically, so, you know, not an insignificant chance it is. Yeah, it was just 20 bucks. So Turtle Rock was really the only dungeon we have not explored in full. So 125.20 for Caffy getting crystal number 6. Unfortunately, Speeka is in Agate 2 and gets I think that was a triple.
It was close to a triple. It might have been the same frame. Not entirely sure. Or two of them.
Got popped. Awkward angle there. Was a triple,
yeah,
so
it was.
Yeah, I mean, as far as what Speeka could have done there were essentially four checks. Swamp Ice, TR, or Desert. He went with the 3 of those were pendants. 1 was a crystal. And Caffy's resistance, because he's hoping for Hookshot to be in somewhere other than the Crystal Dungeon, has unfortunately been his undoing here in Game 2. And, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. So, Phase 1 went cleanly. Okay, he's taking a couple of hits here, but he does have reserves if he needs them. I think he does have a blue potion. He's got a red as well.
It's
okay,
red.
So he's gonna burn the red. He's gonna save the blue for... Gets into a bind with Ganon here. Especially if he doesn't get torch glitch. The silvers were in Turtle Rock.
There he has hit the torch glitch, very nice.
Yep. So this will make the fight a lot simpler. Time it right, you can get 3 hits per cycle, but is somewhat dependent on positioning. Ooh, frozen
this is
there.
A triple.
I think that's 7, 8,
9. And that's a setup for another triple. Very nice.
11, and that's game. So get out the GGs in chat for our series winner. Speeka wins 2-zip. You know, getting both seeds under 90 minutes. Very impressive play. You know, from Speeka, clocks in with an official race time of 1:28:35. GG's to Speeka, and Caffy has waved the white flag, and you know, but again, a terrific play from really both players. I mean, they were dead even essentially for the first 30 minutes, and then it was just some of those little decisions, you know, Speeka getting the hammer faster, getting the mirror faster, and then, yeah, he had had 1 of 4 choices, essentially, and Speeka guessed correctly, going for the kill, essentially, with that hook, for the gambling that Hookshot would be in Swamp, which was the only crystal on the left on the board, and he got it 100%. So he will be moving on. So Speeka will be moving on to the finals of the Gold Sword bracket, and we'll play the winner of Centroid and Sin Dennis. Dennis up 1-0 in that matchup, with Game 2 scheduled to be at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, so 3.5 hours from now. And we are joined by CaffyJD into the chat. GG.
Hey, thank you.
GG.
What were the odds that Hookshot would actually be in its vanilla location?
Yeah, I mean, after screwing up that pod royally, I had completely forgotten I had to not do the drop-down chest. I was just like, oh, okay, time to do some Hail Mary stuff. And it didn't work out, so.
Yeah, the hammer also being in Skull, and then of course, which directly led to Purple Chest and Mirror. So it's like, if that sequence doesn't work out in your favor, it's gonna just be rough.
Yeah.
But as far as the rest, I mean, not quite as fast as the first one, but especially with AGA 1 required, what were your thoughts on the CETA overall? I mean, until things kind of went pear-shaped.
Yeah, everything was fine up until pod. Just missing that drop-down chest really threw me for a loop, because I counted my keys. I'm like, there's nothing in Harmless. I'm like, okay, it was just fine. Then I get the items. Okay, well, this is bad. And first off, I left after the mitts, and I just needed to leave after that, and that turned out to be, well, I was technically correct. I just didn't do Skullwoods, which was bad. But yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, that didn't hurt you at all. But yeah, it was, because I understood your logic. Like, go for the dungeon that you can finish, and that just so happened to be it's Thieves Town. Unfortunately, like, Skull was not next on the list, and again, you're kind of following the logic with the Titansmiths, and unfortunately, that just turned out to be where the hammer was.
Yep. I had the opportunity to go in there before pod, didn't do it, and it burned me.
Yeah, but hey, made the semifinals of the Gold Sword bracket. What are your thoughts overall about how you played?
This was way beyond my expectation. Being fairly new to this game, been playing it off and on for about a year, and actually my first vanilla experience was about a year ago.
Oh, really?
So,
wow.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun, and a big thank you to all of y'all for putting this on. A big GG's to Speeka, and a big thanks to my mentor Tracy. She's been excellent. Going through every seed I did about nightly. So lots of work put in, and just happy that I got this far.
Yeah, and Tracy, good people, one of the longtime vets, so definitely in good hands as far as a mentor is concerned. So yeah, what do you think was the thing that you learned what did you learn that was the hardest for you to really kind of get a handle on and master, would you say?
Efficient routing, really. It took me a while to understand where to go, when to go. Is this efficient? Is this a waste of time? And I'm still working on it. I don't always make the correct decisions. But I have a better handle on it much better now than I ever did when I first started.
Yeah. It's like, you know, chaining a lot of that stuff and doing it well like that. You know, it looks easy from the outside, but you're right. Like once you're in it, it's like, you know, everything can feel so weighted. But yeah, no, again, GG's, and unfortunately, yes, Specco is several hours ahead of us, and unfortunately is unavailable for an interview. But again, we congratulate Specca for getting it moving on to the finals, and again, potentially we'll find out his opponent as soon as tonight between Centroid and Sin Dennis. So keep an eye out for that, potentially as a restream. Any final thoughts, anybody?
No, just thank you guys for the restream. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and hope to
Pleasure.
run into you guys in the future for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, as always, to Secretly a Silver Sean for putting on the restream. Our great tracker, Flying Platypus Dimitri, and of course my co-comp Bane 2810. And this was your first, I believe, correct?
That was my first as a commentator, exactly. Yeah, that was very much fun. Thanks to you, Roy.
Oh, my pleasure. It's great working with you, and hope to work with you again in the future.
Very much looking forward to it.
All right, well, thanks all for watching, and again, was 8 p.m. Eastern. We will have game 2 between Dennis and Centroid, so keep an eye out for that as a potential restream. And thanks again for everyone watching, and GMP for putting on the tournament. Appreciate it.